Welcome back to Starfield. I've continued playing Starfield a lot in my spare time, though I haven't come back to Fern yet since the last time we played. So if I remember correctly, the last episode, I learned that there was basically no way for me to function as a pirate under my current circumstances. The way I was sort of just attacking random victims in what's the free space collective in their territory. I just racked up such an enormous bounty that I can't even function in most parts of space. So my goal right now is to try to make enough money to pay off that bounty so that I can start again from scratch. So, and actually, I think this might be kind of a good way to sort of illustrate how I usually play this game. Because normally I'm not really following a lot of missions and stuff, because the way that I play Bethesda games is I just wander around in the open world and just get into trouble and collect stuff and get rich. That's kind of what I do. And for me, like, my main motivation for getting rich in this iteration of the game is to try to build spaceships. And in my other games, I've built like 6 or 7 spaceships, and I'm having a great time. And it feels like, that was what made it worth it, was the fact that I built those spaceships. Here, all of my money is going into paying off my bounty, which makes it a little bit more frustrating to try to survive as a space pirate. So I'm gonna have to find another solution. But in the meantime, what we should do is just go to a system I've never been to before, like Sagan. I don't think I've ever been to Sagan. Oh, does it have a boring planet? It's a boring frozen planet. Let's actually not go to Sagan. Let's go to Arcturus? What does Arcturus look like? Oh, I can't even zoom in. Oh, I've never been there before. Okay, let's jump to Arcturus. And I always feel like I need to point away from a planet when I'm grab jumping. That's not the case. You just grab jump into a hole and leave space. It doesn't matter what you're pointed at, but I don't know. I just feel like I need to avoid holdo maneuvers. I take Han Solo's warnings about hyperspace seriously. Okay, so here we are in Arcturus, and wait, there's a bunch of dots. Are those landmines? Wait, derelict... Wait, what did it say? Derelict what? Hold on. Derelict Freestar Militia shipping platform discovered. Where? Where is this shipping platform? I don't see an arrow on my screen. Huh. Maybe it's just something that was revealed elsewhere in the system. Okay, so usually when I'm scanning a new planet, I'll have a look at where all of the resources are and stuff, but the first thing I usually do is, if they've got a site already marked, I think, well, maybe there's something cool there. So I'll usually start at that site, and I'll do all of the surveying that I possibly can on the planet while I'm, doing stuff at that site. And then any surveying that remains to be done, I'll go to a different site that seems, likely, and go do it there. And along the way, I look for opportunities to capture ships or to get into fights with mercenaries, that sort of thing, which is what gives me a lot of the loot that I can then go sell and make the money to, in this case, pay off my bounty. So Coalición is telling me that I should check for mineral deposits on the asteroids. I didn't see... Usually, I thought that those mineral deposits would show up... Oh, hey, this place is breathable? Really? Huh, wasn't expecting that. I would look around at for arrows on my screen to see if there's something that is detectable by the targeting system. And I thought that all harvestable things in space were on the targeting system, so I assumed that wasn't a thing. Okay, so it looks like we got a couple of caves in this direction. Just we got some kind of... I think that little smokestack icon is the thing that I'm here to see, because that probably isn't it, because it's just an unknown icon. So, okay, so I'm going to start by going towards the thing that was advertised, the industrial outpost. We'll head that way. Whee! Because this place is actually surprisingly Earth-like. Like, its gravity is close to Earth, its oxygen is close to Earth. I'm kind of surprised this planet isn't more built up. I mean, the temperature is 23? I don't know Celsius all that well, but I'm getting the impression that's also a fairly temperate temperature. All right, we've got some uranium. Uranium's fairly valuable. I'll grab some uranium. Okay, so I've got twofold goals. One is I want to make some money. However money is made here, I want to make some money because I want to pay off my bounty. Second-fold goal, this actually is related to the first one, is I want to survey this planet. Because if I completely survey the planet, that's a few more 1,000 credits that I'll get, and that can also be put towards my bounty. So Cog says that, yeah, that 23 degrees Celsius is like 73 degrees Fahrenheit, which is, yeah, about as comfy as you can get. So there you go. Ooh, looks like we got some fauna. Hello, fauna. I'm just going to scan you. I'm not going to murder you like I usually do. Oh, there's some interesting stuff going on over here. What is this? I don't immediately think of a purpose for this architecture. Like, is this a ship dry dock? Does this, like, cradle a ship in it? Is it some kind of pipeline that's being somehow supported by these? Is it like the start of a maglev train? Like, what would justify these semicircular structures? Oh, I forgot to wait for my boost pack to charge up, so I'm just gonna. So one downside of these sort of pre-placed sites on planets is the fact that usually, like, I think to some degree they are. Oh crap! What the heck? What's my best? Let's use a Grendel on these guys. Where'd they go? Some kind of robot? Oh, stuff is it loaded? Come on. Oh, wait, what? A bounty? Oh, what do you bet these guys are attacking me because I'm a pirate? And all I'm doing is increasing my bounty. That's counterproductive. Sorry, I just do not have time for this nonsense. We're not going to that industrial outpost. We're going to generic places. It is weird, though, that, like, that their response to me being a pirate and having bounty is just to attack me immediately. Like, we've definitely gotten into other situations where I did things wrong and I wasn't attacked immediately on sight. And it could just be because my bounty is so bad, you know, that's just how it works. But yeah, the thing is that I want to be able to make some money without making my bounty worse. That's my goal, because that's just going to be counter. If I'm gonna be out there murdering fools, and, like, you know, each, you know, 100 some credits I get from killing someone and taking their stuff is replaced by thousands of credits in bounty for killing them in the first place, that's not going to work. So let's hope that this is an abandoned site, or a site that's overrun with, like, Ecliptic, which everyone is totally cool with me murdering. So, Ranith Cord, no, I'm not aware of there being rumors about a release date for, Oh, this is a heat leech. Heat leeches are not native to any particular planet. So you can't scan them to get credit for surveying because they're not from here. They came on spaceships. But yeah, I'm not aware of any rumors about State of Decay release. Whatever. There's always going to be rumors, I guess. Can't do much about that. I wouldn't put any stock in them, though. Okay, deserted research outpost. That means if anybody's here, they're not supposed to be here, which means I can murder them, and it's totally fine. It looks like this might genuinely be deserted. At least there's no one outside. So let's see what we can loot from this. Oh, wait, who are you? What are you? What are you? Ah, Varun Zealot. Oh, everyone loves it when I kill these guys. Oh, these are the most killable guys everywhere. I don't know how I feel about fighting a religion that everyone's okay with me murdering because of their religion. But I think that these guys might have kind of earned it a little bit. At least the zealot faction of them may have earned it. I'm not going to say that every Varun, of course, should be tarred with the same brush, because I don't think they should. But, because I could, in fact, I'm trying to remember, did I make my character a Varun worshiper? I don't even remember now. It's been so long. We have to take everything off their bodies that I can. Let's go in here. It's weird, no airlocks, because this place has a breathable atmosphere. That's so uncommon. Ooh, meat. Yes, I will steal all your meats. Put your hands up! Give me all your meats! Give me all your meats and your onions! Oh, somebody knows I'm here. I don't need to reload when I've only used a fifth of my magazine, but whatever. Well, this is promising to be fruitful. Varun are nice because they typically have some fairly good equipment. Like, you get the sense that they've got kind of their own tech tree that's a little different from everybody else's. Oh wait, ooh. A Canuck vending machine. Okay, so one of my other characters is a cook and is trying to research, you know, cook type recipe. Wait, what is this? Oh, it's a shower. I was trying to figure out what this device was. Anyway, she's trying to research cook type recipes, and one of them requires you to get like 5 cans of poutine, and I'm like, where the heck do I get poutine? And so now my eyes are peeled. Like, I'm just constantly trying to figure out where the poutine is. So whenever I see a Canuck, whatever it's called, vending machine, I'm like, oh, poutine. Okay, I don't need all this stuff. Okay, so nobody is coming after me anymore. Where are they? It feels like there's an upper story to this thing. Oh, look at that. Okay, there is an upper story. Let's start down here, though. Oh, wait, this is... I've already been here. Okay, hold on. What? Oh, hi! Mind if I set you on fire for a sec? Thanks. Oh, gosh, what? Oh, that was her backpack blowing up. Okay. Okay, somebody is behind me. I just don't know who. Oh, it's a tough one. Oh, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Gonna grab all their thingies. Ooh, I got an expensive thingy. Oh, there's a guy they murdered. Wait, who are you? Antibiotics? Sure, whatever. Where is this other person? Oh, wait. Aha. ISO-centered magnet. Why not? No, not worth carrying. Aha. Here we go. I'm gonna need a med pack, probably. Oh, stairs going up. Okay, since we're in a tight space, I'm thinking maybe I should get out my shotgun. What? Oh, never mind. They're kind of far away. Come here. Wait, what was that? Okay, there's 3 more marks on my mini-map. They're all in this direction. Somebody thinks they're shooting at me. Where? Oh, hi! There you are. Hi there, friend. So I don't love the fact that the damage over time gives you the same markers as doing actual damage, partly because damage over time in this game is really, really light. Like, occasionally you'll get an enemy who really takes a lot of damage from damage over time, but usually it's a pretty minor effect, which means that seeing a bunch of those hit markers for damage over time when you're not actually hitting the enemy with the thing that does real damage can be a little bit weird. So Coalition asks if I finished the Vanguard questline. Do you mean, have I finished it to the degree that I maybe should have reacted a little bit differently to that heat leech? Because I've done a lot. I don't know if there's more beyond where I've been, but I've definitely accomplished a lot of important events on that quest line. Yes. So Randall Court is reminding me that, yes, I am, in fact, a serpent worshiper. All right, let's get down here. Can I make it? Yeah, all right. Let's take all of your free stuff. Of course, any libertarians in the audience will want to immediately remind me that nothing is free. But it is if you're killing people. Yeah, so Coalition is asking me, any thoughts on all the effort that was put into Starfield junk? So I'm not sure what you're talking about when you say you mean just like the random items you can just sort of find lying around in the world and pick up and sell for tiny, tiny amounts of money? I mean, I think a big part of like why people play these games is because they feel a little bit more, what am I trying to say? Like, a lot of games feel like a very sort of curated experience where you're like, oh, I'm going through a museum that has been set up for me, where like all of the items have been specially placed and it's all very fake and I can't touch any of it. And Bethesda tries really hard to have there be a layer of that is actually interactive. You can actually pick the things up, throw them around, do stuff with them. Not everything, but there's a certain layer of stuff that you can do that with. But for that to look good, you do have to have a variety of it. So yeah, they do put a lot of effort into making a lot of individual items. And there's a lot of different ones. But one thing that's nice about those items is, I mean, they are extremely outsourceable. So it's like you don't necessarily, need to, to have a bunch of your artists in-house making all of them. Sometimes you can outsource that out and have the artists that you have in-house doing the doing the set dressing and using those tools to build everything. I don't know how Bethesda approaches it. But I guess what I'm saying is, if you're worried that, like, oh man, they should have spent the time they spent making junk, making a bunch of other stuff, I don't think it's that simple. Because a lot of the time, you've got people who are specialists at building props like that. And if you contract a bunch of specialists to do that, then you can get a bunch of those props, and it's great. That doesn't really cut into, the efforts that you could have put into other things that would use different kinds of expertise. So if there's any, I assume because it's a Bethesda game and there's always just people finding every possible way to complain, I'm sure there's somebody out there who's saying there shouldn't be digiframes in the game if you don't have X feature that they thought it was more important. And like, it's like apples and oranges. It really is, you can't just say that, you can't just funge one feature into another. The main thing that's tough is sort of trying to figure out which items are important and which ones aren't. Like when you're brand new to the game, you're like, I'm going to pick up every single thing that I see if you're that kind of player, and I have been that way. And then figure out like, wait, no, what do I actually care about? What should I actually be grabbing? It's a learning process to figure that out. Okay, so I'm going to drop off all the stuff that I don't need into here. I mean, I do like mines, but whatever. I don't need a shrapnel grenade. Aid. I don't need amp. You can keep antibiotics here. Ooh, stolen ship parts. When did I steal ship parts? I don't remember. I've got 4 ship parts. That's not a lot of ship parts. Bourbon is good for carrying capacity, so I think I might actually hold on to that. Let's drop off the resources. I'm still carrying 78. What? Am I just carrying really heavy weapons? How heavy are my weapons? Not very. How heavy is my spacesuit? Okay, no, I'm carrying something extra. It can't be ammo. Is it notes? Do I have some really heavy notes? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah. Sorry, 78 is a lot. My other main characters are not carrying 78, whatever this is, kilos of mass. Why am I carrying 78? I mean, ammo doesn't weigh anything. Oh, wait. I'm carrying ship parts. That's why. I don't know why I'm carrying ship parts, but I'm carrying ship parts. 38 mass. That is way more reasonable. Okay, well, I don't want to be here anymore because the one other major landmark that's here is the one that attacks me on sight and jacks up my bounty. So let's not do that. So La Coalition asks, did you know that you can change your crew members' clothing? I did remember. I do know that, actually. And the reason I know it is awkward. I saw a video where somebody, or maybe we raided someone who was playing Starfield who had dressed Sarah in a bikini and was hanging and playing house with her at their apartment. And I thought that was kind of cringe. But yes, that did make me aware that you can dress your companions however you like. Okay, so let's go settle down someplace like this. It's got a lot of resources around, so I can do some proper surveying and maybe get into some random trouble. Coalition says, of course, he's got all of his characters dressed in military outfits because that's his style. That wouldn't be my style. I'd probably dress them all in, like, casual wear, like flashy casual wear or something. Ranithcord, I'm not going to repeat what you said, but acknowledged. Okay, so now we've got... Okay, so we got a landmark this way. So there's one landmark that's part of the survey. You can see in my little survey breakdown, I need to find 8 resources, 4 animals, 4 plants, and a landmark. So I could just head off in the direction of the nearest landmark to see if it satisfies that condition. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'll be on the lookout for animals and plants that show up. Here we go. Here's some chlorine. I'm going to try to scan the chlorine. I get released, so I've got another character who's leveled up her surveying. And as a result, she can scan things from much further away. And I've gotten actually really accustomed to that scanning distance. And so it's weird for me to be coming up to these things and have to get so close to them before I can scan them. So interestingly, things that count as containers, you can loot while you're in scavenging mode. Like, for instance, plants count as containers. And I can loot this plant while I'm in scavenging mode. But things that count as other interactions, like, for some reason, gas vents do not count as containers of gas. Gas vents count as... Oh, look! It's unobtainium. You can see it's got a U and it's floating in the sky, so it's unobtainium. The gas vents, for some reason, are a different kind of interaction. Like, I think they're not containers. I think that they're just, like, an interactive object that gives you an item. Which you think, well, that's a container. Why didn't they make it a container? And my answer to that is, I have no idea. It does seem like being consistent about these things would make sense. They were probably just implemented at different times by different developers. And so one thought, well, the obvious thing is, I should make this a container. And another one was like, well, the obvious thing is, I should make this an interactive object. It's not a container. Like, literally, it's not a container. Why would I make it a container when it's not, you know, a box with a lid or a cabinet with a door? And so you end up with these two different sensibilities about what it should be. And so you end up with, like, and the end result is, for the player, some of these things I can interact with just by walking up to them while my scan is on, because that lets me interact with containers. While other items, like gas vents, and I'll try this in the next game. You saw me try that on the gas vent, and it didn't work. Don't work while I'm in this mode. And it's not that somebody decided some of them should and shouldn't work in this mode. No one even thought about that, I'm betting. I'm betting that just, like, it was just a series of, like, you know, somebody implements some of these. Oh, like, I'm pretty sure that this water, I don't think I can get it. Yeah, I can't interact with this water. I have to, like, get it not in scanny mode. But yeah, people just implemented different things at different times. And at some point, I'm betting that somebody in QA was like, hey, I'd really like to be able to open containers while I'm in scanny mode. And somebody's like, oh, okay, sure, I'll make that possible. And so they made containers possible. But then maybe there might have been some reason why they couldn't make interactive objects possible. Oh, gosh, dude, giant freaking grasshoppers. Okay, hold on. Wait, I'm out of medkits? What? Oh, did I either use them all or put them all away? I would not be surprised if that's what I did. Okay. Well, I definitely do not want to be fighting a lot of monsters with no medkits. I should probably go and buy some medkits at some point. Oh, come on. Okay, these guys are level 20. They're going to take a bunch of damage from me. So I'm betting... I know he's hiding. Little wimp. Well, I can scan some stuff while I'm here anyway. I like that it can, like, when you run into predators, you can scan their prey for some easy scouting. Okay, we're done. Oh, I can hear him. I can hear him coming up behind me. Okay, let's get up high. I mean, he's a jumper, but he might not be this much of a jumper. Oh, okay. Okay, once he gives up on me, I can go back to the ship and rest. I did not realize I was so low on medkits. All right, he's far enough away now. I think I can get back to the ship. So Ranithcord points out that it's interesting that they've sort of they've got these incentives set up where it's actually better to murder animals than to just scan them peacefully, because if you murder them, you can do that at long range, whereas scanning them, you have to get close. Okay, so do I have any medkits that I just accidentally put away? I've got one med pack. Do I have any trauma packs? I don't. Okay, so that's a problem. Do I have a bed? I don't know if this place has beds. So I think if I rest... Aha, bed. Let's just, whatever, do a bunch of resting. Wait, why am I hearing my heart beating? Is this somehow killing me more? Nope. I awake feeling well rested. Okay, cool. Hey, turkey. So I guess I'll go back out there and just be more careful about animal encounters. Wait a minute. I actually don't know which direction to go. Guess probably this way. How do I get out of here? Like this. Okay, well we might not do a full survey this time around. Okay, there's a really distant landmark out there, and that's where the little grasshoppery guys were. Ah, there's a structure over here. So, yeah, so surveying, I usually like try to chase the landmarks when I'm trying to survey because they have oftentimes long distances and you can like fill in those little circles on the left. But if I'm trying to make money, actually structures are better because they'll be full of human stuff to loot. They'll often be full of actual humans. You can murder and take their stuff. It's great. So along the way, I'll get some XP. There we go. That's 100% scanned. Ooh, iridium. I think that might be a fairly valuable one. At least if my character gets into weapon crafting. So I think there's a few nice mods that involve iridium. So it looks like I've only got one more element to find, and that's benzene. So benzene is a gas. I think it's often found in caves and stuff, so I might not find it out here. We'll keep our eyes out. Coalition asks if my ship has a bathroom. I think that if you don't have a formal bathroom, then the answer is the airlock. You just need to do your business in the airlock wherever, and then you evacuate the airlock, and it evacuates your bowels. The thing you don't want to do is like hook yourself up directly to the outside, because that, I mean, yeah, it would definitely evacuate your bowels, but it would also bring a lot of your guts with it into space. You don't want that. I don't know if you've seen the end of Alien Resurrection, but that's kind of what I'm talking about. So Ranith Court is pointing out that there seems to be like a limited set of romanceable companions in this game. It's funny, like as a general rule, there are a few things that I'm less interested in games like this than romancing characters. Just because it feels so, I mean, it's often so like kind of transactional and artificial. Like you don't feel like you're developing genuine closeness with a person. You feel like you're, checking off a checklist, and then the person does the nasty with you, and it just feels a little bit like a weird representation of that part of human life. Like maybe with some problematic I don't know, insinuations. Which is not a judgment of people who get into that part of games. I think that just when you do, you're doing a lot of the work for the game to make it cool. And the game, I have not yet to see a game that really did a great job of making that work. I don't know, like, in terms of me believing that a romance might begin, I think that, what was the game called? Firewatch did a good job. I totally tried to flirt with the female lead at the end and got completely shut down because I misread the signals. I was like, oh man, that feels so true to life. That happens to people all the time. So that felt realistic. Uh-oh. Okay, so we've got this. Okay, this is some kind of power station. It doesn't. Ah, okay. Here's a container. Let's say it doesn't look like there's a lot of loot around here. Still not a lot of loot. All right. Well, that was not much. Let's see what else there is around here. Oh wait, is that benzene? Oh, we might have some benzene over here. Yes. Okay, we've got all of the resources. So now we're just looking for flora and fauna, but that's going to be the tough part because, well, the resources tend to be like you'll have a resource concentrated in a particular part of the map, of the planet, but like usually all of the resources are kind of around in some amount. The oh, these are called land. I just realized these are called land sharks. Ah, gotta get away. Gotta get away. Okay, I don't want to engage with land sharks if they're going to murder me. Yeah, I'm not doing enough damage to that guy. back. Wait, did he just murder that other animal? I think he did. Thank you. You did me a service. Okay. We made that work. I'm gonna have to kill a lot of these guys to fully survey this planet, though, and I don't know if I'm feeling up to that. Anyway, this doesn't feel like it's gonna be the most productive area. So I'm gonna head back to the ship. So Ranithcord says, I like seeing the backstories and exploring the motivations and experiences of the companions. Marrying a companion just means I finish seeing all of the extra info. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Like as sort of the completion of, like, delving into a side story, romancing a character makes perfect sense to me in that context. And Ranithcord is saying that he kind of wishes there was a greater variety of characters representing different walks of life in the galaxy, that you could get that kind of deep sort of insight into, like a pirate, you know, like why did they join the pirates? What's their whole deal? Like the guy that sort of like helps you out while you're I forgot what his name was. While you're like investigating the prison, the lock over, you know, near the pirate base, like that guy could be a really interesting romance target because he's just, I don't know, he just really kind of stands out. He's different from everybody else. Okay, so I want to pick a very different part of the planet because it's likely to have different plants and animals. So this is a tropical forest. So this is likely to have, yeah, a completely different set of creatures than where I was before. By the way, one thing I really appreciate about this game is that it goes against sort of the traditional standard of each planet is one thing. Because you see that a lot in like Star Wars and Star Trek and stuff. You're like, this is a jungle planet. Anywhere you land on this planet it is a jungle. Whereas, you know, the reason we have words for all these different biomes is because on Earth we've got all of them. And so it seems to make sense that actually in a real alien planet, okay, this said tropical forest, but I do not believe it. On a real alien planet, there would be a lot more variety. There would be a lot of different... There'd be a lot of different places that worked different ways and had different life. And so I appreciate the fact that this game does simulate that. All right, well, that was a lot of those. Okay, that guy is going to be tough, so let me make sure that I can run away from him if I attack him. I'm also just, you know, taking all of their precious bodily fluids. Okay, that guy didn't even figure out I was doing that, so cool. I think the fire distracted him a little bit. So quark degenerative tissue, if that's common for these guys, I think it's, now they're mostly amino acids, so I think that's also a fairly valuable resource. What else have we got? Oh, new tree. But anyway, I appreciate the fact, yeah, that this game, you know, it does actually try to represent the idea that planets are different in different places. It's not just jungle planet, rock planet, ice planet. Though, I mean, when you get to the extremes, it does make sense for a planet to be roughly the same, like an ice planet. If it's cold enough to be an ice planet at the equator, it's probably cold enough to be an ice planet at the poles, and there's not a lot that's going to make that different. There isn't something beyond ice that is like, ooh, what's colder than ice? Ice plus, you know, like there's no, you know, there isn't an ice plus. When something's a solid, that's it. There's not another phase after a solid that's even solider. So it does make sense in some cases, but wait, what did this thing have inside of it? Toxin. Okay, toxin's not that exciting. I think toxin's fairly cheap. What do these things have? Polymer. Polymer is pretty valuable, actually. I should be grabbing polymer. Okay, we've got all of our moth finds. Ooh, okay, there's a structure over here. Let's head this way. Let's keep scanning all of our little buddy plants along the way. Orthos was reminding me that the pirate I was talking about before, the one that I thought, oh, this guy might be fun to romance, was Matthias was his name. Thank you, Orthos. So I got the impression that I was supposed to be able to like recruit him or something after that mission, but I was never able to. It never seemed to give me the option. And I was kind of sad about that because he did actually seem like a cool guy. Oh, there's another freaking land shark. Okay, let's make sure that I'm... Okay, let's go get up on something. There we go. Okay, I'm still headed this direction. I should keep this out in case I see any plants or animals that I want to scan. Okay, I am buying the forest thing a little more. It looks like the area where I landed was, I think, deliberately wide open because, you know, you need a wide open space to land a spaceship. But as soon as I got away from the spaceship, it did actually turn into a more densely vegetated area, which is cool. So I'm just sweeping my eyes back and forth, trying to catch any plants that I can scan. So each scan, I think, gives you 12.5%. So which means that you need to scan basically 8 examples of the same thing in order to get it to 100%. Okay, so Zedric says actually you can get Matthias, but you can only get him if you complete the entire fleet storyline, which I have not yet done. I'm planning on doing that with my main character. I want to complete it with my main, and I also want to complete some Neon stuff with my main, and then I'm going to start focusing on the actual main quest. Because my sister she's finished the game now. She's actually in New Game Plus mode. And please don't tell me anything about New Game Plus. I want to be surprised. But she's in New Game Plus mode now, and she's told me that what this game does with the main storyline and New Game Plus is actually really interesting. And I should check it out. So I kind of want to check it out and be unspoiled. So I might actually violate my usual Bethesda game practice of just only playing the side quests and exploring and never ever doing the never ever doing the main storyline. I might actually violate that this time around and focus on the main storyline once I've completed a certain set of the side quests that I'm really interested in for that character. Homestead. Oh gosh, all these people hate me. Nope. Not interested in murdering a bunch of people and running my bounty up. No, thank you. I want to murder some brain spouts. Hello, brain spouts. Oh, no. Oh, your brain spout's not helping you very much there. I'm giving you a new brain spout is what I'm doing. Here. Oh, you need some more extra brain spouts? Here you go. I just gave you several new brain spouts. Oh, that guy thought he could reach me. Oh, that was a little scary. Wait, why am I not rotating? That was weird. How about a little fire, brain spout? All right, there's one more out there somewhere, but I'm going to quickly gather tape from their bodies. Some creatures are just filled with duct tape. Okay, so this one's got extra health. So I'm going to stand up here. There he is. Hey there, buddy. He actually didn't seem like he had that much more health than the others. I think he was just over a threshold where they divided it up like that. Okay, so something else is aware of me and it's moving. So I'm going to try to get up here. I do appreciate that they gave me these rocks, which are great for hiding on. Okay, I saw 2 red arrows, though. Oh. Orchid scavenger. Wait, I've already scanned all of them, so I don't need to bother that guy. You can just do whatever you want, guy. You get a reprieve. Oh, land shark. Eventually I'll run out of ammunition doing this, but not yet. Whew, all right. Gonna fly over here. I kind of like rock hopping like this, like trying to stay on top of rocks and out of range of predators. So I guess maybe I'm headed towards that landmark over there. I don't know. I'm not headed toward any particular thing. I think right now I'm just screwing around. So I found all of the flora I can find on this biome, and I think that basically there's a few land sharks I could probably find in this biome. Okay, I'm hearing some noises. Okay, yeah, it's just no exciting animals. I think it's probably time to head back to the ship. Oh, so La Coalición is pointing out that apparently, the Old Earth assault rifle or something like that, there's like an AK-47 spin-off in this game, that apparently they duct taped a handle onto it so that it would match other weapons' holding positions. I think you're probably thinking about that right, Coalición. I think you probably nailed why they would have changed the profile of a classic weapon. It is probably so that they can make it line up with an animation they already had. Okay, so that was Tropical Forest. So I probably don't want to go back to Tropical Forest because I've done so much there already. So the problem is it's hard to tell where you are until you click. So it's like I'm going to click here, and then it says mountains. And I've only surveyed 50% of what's in the mountains. So I'm going to land there, and it'll be different from Tropical Forest. So I guess, yeah, maybe this episode is just like tips for surveying or something. I don't know what this is. So SXO says, I have a big problem. I'm addicted and I can't stop playing Starfield. I'm kind of in the same zone. I'm actually kind of grateful that I've got this stream, which encourages me to try new games. Because I have actually tried, I tried Neon White recently and a few other games, and I'm glad that I've got this, because otherwise I probably would just be doing nothing but playing Starfield. But I do have some hope of having my addiction broken when some other game that I play, mostly to entertain you people, eventually catches my attention and breaks my my addiction here. Because yeah, I'm in a similar situation. Okay, yeah, so Hecate's Fireleaf. This is a flora I have not completely scanned yet, so we'll be looking for more of those. Looks like, oh, we've got a box to scavenge from. Including a black leather jumpsuit. That's cool. Actually, what is my skill situation like right now? I've got 2 skill points. I'm wondering if it might be worth it for me to invest some more in... Where was survey? Survey's here. I think I'm going to invest a skill point in surveying just to make this work better. And I don't know what else I should invest in. Oh, I still need to kill more enemies with a shotgun. I should get my shotgun out. Okay, I'm going to save that other skill point, but now at least I'll be able to scan things from further away. Not that there's any things for me to scan anywhere nearby. Wait, what's this? Oh, that's probably another tree just behind the rock. I thought I was looking at little things on top of the rock, but I'm looking at a big thing behind the rock. Get up there. There's something over there. Is it just a container? Yeah, it looks like it's a container. Wait, did I just get some kind of Did that say underwear? Did I just get some fancy underwear? Hold on a second. What did I get? Urban wear. I got some Neon City urban wear. Or Neo City urban wear. Okay. That's a little different from underwear. Okay, we've got another fire leaf. So the scanning distance doesn't feel hugely different at this stage. I think if I got one more level in this, it would start feeling really different. Okay, so oh wait. So that is a blue scanned person. But what are they? Deserted. Okay, if it's deserted, that means it's probably bad guys. Oh wait, it's probably pirates. I bet these guys are nice to me because they're pirates. Like me. We are all pirates together. So if that's the case, then what that means is I don't want to fight these guys because then I'll get bounty at the key and I won't be able to go anywhere anymore. But because they're non-hostile, that means they'll let me search all the containers. So I'll still be able to get some stuff. So I got some zero wire. Not that great. Don't need a pan. Okay, this place is going to be boring, isn't it? All right. Oh, wait. Credits. Credits. Gotta aim at each tiny one. No allowances. Okay. And then, oh, amp. And, yay, med pack. I needed a med pack. Coffee bag, container lid. Nah, nothing valuable. Oh, stairs. Wasn't even thinking about stairs.
The credits keep rolling in. Life's good.
Yes, money is helpful. Very insightful, sir. Let's see, what else we got? Open up the scanner so I don't miss anything. Nothing super exciting. I used to pick up digiframes because they seemed like they were worth something, but once you figure in the trader's markup, it's not really anything. Okay, some ultra mag. Lockers usually don't have a lot in them, but okay. Dang it. Come here. All right, open that, open that, open that, open that, and open that. Okay, what do you got inside? A digipick. Another digipick. Some credits. And Chunks potato. Okay, we're good.
Glad you're in the fleet. If you weren't, I would have killed you already.
So that line, once you are in the pirate in the Crimson Fleet, and you're hanging out in pirate spaces, that line is the arrow to the knee line of this game, because it's very distinctive. It's a thing that you would expect somebody to say to you once, but they say it to you all the time. Good thing you're in the Crimson Fleet, or I would have killed you already. Like, just again and again and again. Okay, I think that's probably about everything. What's this? Credits. Ooh, I've scavenged enough containers that my scavenging skill can go up. Actually, what happens if my scavenging skill goes up? Tell me about scavenging. A chance to find extra ammo when searching containers. Sure, that seems valuable to a pirate. We'll grab that. Wait, SXO says once you own the digiframes, you can put your own pictures in them? What? You can... How? What are you talking about? How would that work? Okay, well, let's aim ourselves in the direction of another structure. Now this, it's really far away over that direction, but we might also run into some scannable flora and fauna on the way. Yeah, Coalition, I know the game has a photo mode. I just didn't think you could put... I'm not sure what interaction would put your photos into one of the digiframes. So, wait. Coalition says check the trophy case. It's usually next to the strongest character in the area. Do you think that I missed in that area? Did I miss a container? Real quick, I just want to see. Because I felt like I was looking fairly thoroughly through all the containers. Actually, wait, did I... Is that a thing I can go into? It looks like maybe not. Raneth Court says weapon rack on the wall in the locked room. Okay, yeah, I apparently did miss something because I don't even remember seeing a locked room. So I'm gonna go back in real quick because yeah, the whole point is for me to be making money here, and so if I'm missing opportunities, oh wait, I've already missed this too. If I'm missing opportunities to make money, then that's a problem. So, do you remember what floor it was on? Because yeah, I guess I'm not surprised that I. Oh yeah, that. Okay, there's a door that I never opened. Yeah.
Nobody can stop the Crimson Fleet.
You know what? I think I did give this kind of a cursory look through. I probably did miss some doors. Did I get this? I did not. Did I get everything in here? Okay, I do think I remember looking around in this room. I don't think there's anything really cool in here, though. I don't think that was real. Ah, this is what you're talking about, the locked room. Okay, this is an expert thing, but I'm not as leveled up in this as I often am, so I don't think this one fits, though. I think... not that one either. What about this one? Okay, oh, this one... Okay, good. Yeah, this one does. So, this might be... I don't think there's another one that works here, unless I can do... I could do this and this. Then I don't need to use the one. I don't know, that might have been a bad move. Okay, good, yeah, because this one, I think well, this one might be roughly the same as the other one, but... Okay, so this works here. And then, does that work there? Yes. All right.
Looking for the next mark.
Always looking for the next mark. Okay, not a lot in here. Some cred sticks. And a notepad that I'm picking up so that I can get to the cred sticks. And... Am I missing anything in here? It looks like just the weapon rack was a little disappointing. It didn't have that fancy a weapon on it. Did I already look through here? I mean, I would have obviously grabbed this snack. I kind of want to try the battle meals. The battle meals look pretty cool. All right, we're probably good. So SXO says there's a place called the Vulture Nest in the Jaffa system, and that's a good place to make money. Okay, I don't think I've ever been to the Jaffa system. That's the thing. Even after I have done everything I intend to do in this game, and I am just ready to quit and move on, I doubt I will have seen 5% of the content in the game. This game is absolutely ridiculous in that regard. Ooh, another tree to scan. Just need one more of these. And then I'll be down to my remaining fauna. So I haven't found all the land sharks, but I've killed some land sharks. I don't know what the fourth fauna is. So sometimes there can be birds in the sky, which are really easy to miss. And sometimes there can be fish if a planet's got a lot of water on it. So far, we haven't been to any coastal areas. And so it could be that there's a fish that fulfills that last fauna slot. So Coalition points out that he thinks that all of the locks that I usually just use my lockpicking skills to open, that they usually do have a key lying around somewhere, if I care to look for it. So occasionally I've found places where I actually was able to get the key, but like I think there's like one like an underground bionics lab or something like that, where I've seen it several times because it repeats, but where it's like there's a long circuitous way that you can take to go around the entire building, but there's a door right in the middle that from one side has a key you can use to unlock it. And so I think the expectation is you'll come in the entrance on the other side, take the long way around, and then use the key to get back to your original entrance. And there's a lot of places that are formatted that way in the game. Okay, I'm headed for this nearby structure. Kind of classic dungeon level design where you do a long circuitous dungeon, but it ends up about where it started in a locked door that can only be opened from one side. And once you notice that pattern, it becomes really obvious and tropey whenever you see it, but also you're grateful for it because it really does make dungeon exploration more convenient, because you can still have all the fun of exploring deep into a dungeon, but then you don't have to have some contrivance to get you out quickly because you're right there at the exit whenever you're done. Zedric, I don't think I've done the special spacer mission. Are you talking about, is that the Mantis mission? Because I know people have talked a lot about the Mantis mission. The thing is, I've heard that the Mantis mission, its main prize is a ship. And because I'm so into shipbuilding, offering me a ship as the main prize is actually not that attractive because I want to make my own. Ow. So not a single one of those Hecate trees, huh? What's this place going to be? It's got some containers. Does it have some people? Oh, it's got the tree. Oh, this is military training. Oh, wait, military training. What do you bet it's the military of the Freestar Collective and they want to murder me? Okay, I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to try to scan this tree. Okay, those folks are not engaging with me. So maybe they're not Freestar Collective. Maybe they don't see me as somebody with a bounty. There's this event that kicks off where they have to fight these robots. Okay, are they going to treat me as hostile? Let's quick save in case this is about to be a disaster. Okay, yeah, they're just going to do the training exercise fighting the robots. I don't care very much. In fact, if they all die, that's great. I can loot their corpses. So, Surreal Diagonal says, what about a ship you could sell for credits? Well, so the problem with that is you have to register a ship that you find before you can sell it, and the registration usually costs about 90% of the cost of the ship. So really, you can only make a small fraction of the cost of a ship by selling it. So it's actually not a very efficient way. So yeah, they're just fighting robots out there, and I don't give a crap. You guys can fight all the robots. I'll just loot your corpses when you're done. I'm assuming that this is a Starship Troopers style training where they're actually okay with their soldiers dying. I'm talking about the book Starship Troopers. I guess the movie also did depict that like people would get horrifically injured in combat, and that was just in combat training, and that was just acceptable losses. But I remember them saying in the book that like 1 out of every like 50 rounds in their training guns were live, and so most of their rounds were blanks when they were shooting at each other. But because some of them were live, like the soldiers in training would still have to duck. You know, they'd still have to take cover. They'd still be intimidated by the bullets the same way. And occasionally there would be a gunshot wound. Okay, so yeah, I got some loot from here, but not a whole ton. But yeah, so, you know, this process, sometimes it's unproductive. Sometimes, you know, you don't find the animals that you need. And sometimes, you know, you just find places to go where you don't get a lot of loot. But that's why I usually am watching a TV show at the same time that I'm doing this. You know, lately my show has been, I've been rewatching season 1 of The Wheel of Time. Because I forgot everything that happened in The Wheel of Time season 1, and I want to watch season 2. But I like to know what's going on, so I'm just rewatching season 1. Prior to that, I was watching on the side Star Wars Rebels, so that I could get all the references and things, and like from watching Star Wars Ahsoka. So now I actually knew who Ezra Bridger was and what he did in the final episode of Rebels right before I met him on Ahsoka. So it was interesting meeting him as like a grown man, being just way more sort of serene and in touch with the Force and stuff, because he was always like kind of flirting with the dark side and just being an impetuous youth throughout most of Rebels. So seeing him grow a little bit was kind of fun, and I wouldn't have really gotten that benefit if I hadn't watched Rebels. Okay, so none of this is valuable. Yes, this is another one of those work sites without a lot of stuff going on. Anyone attempting to enter the facility and engage in work activities will be terminated? But these guys look like they're threatening me. Oh, they are totally threatening me. Okay, hold on. Okay, so these are just idiots, basically. I don't know if I'll get bounty for fighting these robots. Let's quick save and say that I won't. Okay, I'm not seeing any bounty show up. This isn't helping me with my survey, but I am getting loot out of the deal. Am I? Am I, though? Am I getting loot? Am I getting loot? There's no loot? Oh, you jerks. Okay. Oh, gosh. That guy has a lot of health. Can he follow me? Signs point to no. I guess we'll just plink at him from up here. One of the downsides of working on an open world game is you really can't plan combat encounters all that well, because the player can go anywhere, and so they can just be like, hey, where does the AI have the hardest time being? That's where I will be. Oh, you have to have very smart AI to keep up with the player, and that guy looked like he was about to figure it out. That was actually kind of weird. Oh my gosh, he knows how to get up here. Holy cow. Okay, wow. Well done, Mr. Robot. I respect you. I will show my respect by murdering you and taking parts of your body. Coalition wants to know my opinion on Admiral Thrawn. Ahsoka. He seems fine. So one thing that's really hard to do is to make an enemy seem intimidating because they're smart. It's hard to write an enemy being smart because, well, sometimes what you have to do, like, this is something that, say, like, H-Bomber guys criticized Sherlock for. They make Sherlock seem smart by just handing him information that no one else has. And that, you know, like, it lets him sort of have an advantage over people, but it's also, like, the viewer doesn't really, like, can't appreciate it as well, because you're like, well, yeah, I mean, there's no way for me to know that. So, of course, you know, Sherlock is smarter than me, but, you know, am I impressed? The thing that was really cool for me about Thrawn in Ahsoka is the fact that he seemed smart in a genuine way. Like, one thing you don't see him, you see him throwing away the lives of soldiers carefully, with purpose. You see him like basically, you know, in the last episode, I don't want to spoil exactly what happens, but in the last episode, you see him make some military decisions where it's like, it keeps looking like he's losing. And you know, the heroes feel successful. But then he reveals his thinking, and you're like, I knew all the same information. Like, that he didn't reveal any new information. I knew everything that he knew, but he changed my perspective, and I was like, you're right. He is making savvy decisions that will result in his ultimate victory. He's basically sacrificing pawns to get the king. And I knew enough that I could have guessed what he was doing if I had put it together like he did. But he put something together that I didn't. And I was like, I respect this guy. He is intimidatingly smart. And that's really, really hard to do. And I've heard people, you know, that apparently people are complaining sometimes that, like, that they don't like the way that Thrawn looks or something, that he doesn't look badass and intimidating enough. Because, I mean, he was, you know, able to sort of, like, hold his own in combat against, you know, some of the Jedi characters and Rebels and stuff like that. But I'm just like, man, do I just not care about that? Like, that the actor is really bringing across the intelligence, and the writing is really bringing across the intelligence. And I was really surprised. I did not expect to be impressed by Thrawn. Like, Thrawn felt a little bit like a fan servicey, like, oh, we're going to bring Thrawn back, you know. I mean, I read that Timothy Zahn novel too, you know, and yeah, I'm so excited to see a familiar name, and, you know, Rebels capitalized that, and now we're capitalizing on Rebels, and it felt like, you know, all the times that Thrawn was mentioned in, like, The Mandalorian and stuff, like, it felt like it was just going to be some cheap reference gag. It's not. He's a really cool villain, and he has been worth the wait to me so far. So, that's funny. So, Raneth Cord said that he was watching Enola Holmes too, and he saw a character who's like, wow, is that character, like, he immediately said, is that character's name an anagram of Moriarty? And it turns out that was supposed to be like a really exciting late in the story reveal. and yeah, so yeah, when a show is trying to be clever, is trying to depict something as smart, and they and you figure it out immediately, it undermines everything that the show is trying to do to characterize the characters as smart. And so it's a dangerous game to have one of a character's, like, main character traits be they're so smart, because you're just signing yourself up for your audience to feel like they're not, you know, or to feel like you failed them, and that you know, your show is disappointing. And so yeah, so I was impressed. Okay, so I want to do one last try. Ocean, that won't work. Tropical forest. Is there a coastal? Oh, okay, tropical forest coast. That's what I want. Okay, so tropical forest had the land sharks, and if we're doing tropical forest coast, that means that there's a chance that I can find, if there's a fishy animal, I can find the fishy animal. So that's what I'm trying to do. This episode is getting long, but it's fine. Like, once I started surveying this planet, I just want to finish it, you know? All right. Let's look around a little bit, see if we've got... I mean, do you have any indication of... There's no landmarks of any... Oh, okay, there's a landmark there. I think if I want the ocean, though, I need to go downhill. So I'll remember that there's a landmark that direction. Oh, is that a land shark, or is that... No, that's something else. But yeah, I think if I keep going downhill, I'll eventually end up near the water. Oh, wait. Oh, it's not a fish. It's these little dudes. Okay, so that means I don't need fish, but since I found that dude here, yes, there's another dude here. Okay, all I need now is the land sharks. And it does not say biome complete, which means there are land sharks here. But since I don't think they need to be in any particular place. I think they're just rare. I'm going to head towards this structure, just in case. The structure is something cool I can get money at. By the way, what the heck is in my inventory right now? Okay, cool. I've got plenty of room in my inventory. I was about to say, like, I don't want to run out of inventory space, but I think we're good. So, yeah, Ranithcore points out that one of the problems in a lot of movies is the Chekhov's gun problem, where basically you don't introduce something unless you're planning to use it. So whatever characters don't seem like they have a purpose outside of just being in the one scene they're in, it feels like, okay, well, that scene wouldn't be there with that character unless that character was important. They wouldn't have introduced and named that character unless they were important. So if they don't seem important, they must be secretly important for the ending. It's really sort of, it can be easy sometimes to sort of outguess a plot that way. And so, yeah, so I think that usually, like, you know, somebody who really knows what they're doing, writing a mystery, will try to set things up so there is a different purpose for the character that actually is the secret reveal, the secret enemy. Like, you should think that you know what they're for in the story before you find out what they're really for, so that you can dismiss them and, you know, sort of like write them off. Like, you know, like Ryan Johnson did a good job of this with like say with his, you know, with Glass Onion and you know, the basically the Benoit Blanc mysteries, where they, you know, like the villain will be, well, I don't want to say it in case you haven't watched it, but the villain, the actual final villain, has some other purpose to them besides just being the person who seems innocuous until they're the villain. Like, it seems like they've got a role to play in the story that isn't that until you find out that it actually is that. Okay, well, this place has been a disappointment. Guess I'll head towards that landmark or that structure over there. So historically, when I found the land sharks, they have been in sort of these rocky areas without a lot of vegetation. So maybe I'm in the wrong place to find a land shark. Oh, hey, I ran around with heavy weight for a while, so I've got the I've got some weightlifting progress here. That's good. Felt like I might have seen some blue in this direction. Oh no, I think it's just the natural color of one of the plants. Yeah, you start sort of scanning for this like cyan color when you're surveying to try to find the things you haven't surveyed yet. I might have to go back to my original landing zone because I remember thinking, oh no, there are too many land sharks here and I'm scared of them and I ran away. That might be where I need to be. The place where there are too many land sharks. I can't see the chat anymore because it's covered with, like, Epic Store updates. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so Ranithcord agrees that Knives Out is a good example of that. There were a lot of, like, great info reveals. It didn't seem like info reveals until it all came together. Scribbled note? Why did we leave home? Alright, whatever. Okay, nothing cool here. Let's unless there's something in this box. There we go. I was gonna say, you don't put a box up high unless there's something cool in it. Ooh, concussive calibrated eon, huh? That might actually be a weapon I want to hold on to. What is that? There it is, concussive calibrated eon. So yeah, it does more damage per hit than a typical eon. Extra anti-personnel damage and radioactive damage. Yeah, let's favorite this guy. Let's put him... I've already got a calibrated... Okay, let's put him here. And then we'll take the lawgiver and put it over here. Okay, so I have not been running into... What's this? Oh, it's a dead one. Nice. Okay, I just need to find 2 more. And now we've proven they can be around here. I don't know how frequently they're around here, but they can be around here. So again, it's hard when you're dealing with sort of a random number generator spawning enemies. It's hard to guess, like, am I in a good place for that enemy? One showed up. Does that mean lots will show up? Or was that the only one I'm going to get? And there's just absolutely no way to know. Well, a place with a lot of trees might not be the best place to do that kind of looking. Because even if they are here, I might not see them. There's some herbivores. And a oh, these guys are scavengers, not herbivores. All right. I'll quit running. I'm just impatient. I need to scan 2 more silly monsters. I don't know where the silly monsters are. This is like trying to find the last zombie in an infestation, isn't it? Also a thing I think we should improve. Coalition says, you know what this needs? A zombait style item, but for aliens. I could see that being valuable. Like, basically, yeah. Throwing down some bait and then some creatures of a given type show up. Like, you can have, like, scavenger bait and, like, predator bait and stuff. So you can sort of zero in on the specific enemy you're looking for, rather than having to just run around and hope you would find them. Because, yeah, I'm thinking I should stop doing this. I'm thinking I should go back to my ship. Oh, wait. Oh, he's alive. Okay. But there might be another one that's dead. I'm not sure. Nope, also alive. Oh, he's on my rock. Okay, apparently they can be on the rock. But I think I'm just down to this last one. I don't want to get down off the rock if I can avoid it without getting back up on another rock immediately. Glad I've got my radar telling me where he is, because my eyes are certainly not doing so. So did he get intimidated and run away, or is he just biding his time? There he is. Hi. Survey complete. And skill point available. No loot? No loot. Fine. Okay, we've done it. So, I do not know if we have made enough money to make this work. I don't know if we can pay off our bounty yet. So we're going to head back to the key and see if between selling the survey information and selling all the garbage that I've picked up, because we were really close. Like we had enough to pay for the bounty. We just didn't have enough to pay for the surcharge. And so I'm hoping that if I sell a bunch of stuff, I will have enough to pay for the surcharge. Coalition says, want to know something I didn't like about Starfield? Alien insects. Why are all alien creatures just giant bugs? Well, they're not all giant bugs. You saw on that planet, there were a bunch that were not giant bugs. But I think that Zedric says arthropods are super common. And I think, you've heard about, what's the word? Is it carcinogenesis or something like that? Or there's some word for the fact that evolution keeps making crabs again and again. That, like... And this is true of trees as well. Like, for instance, if you look at trees, you would think that, like, okay, there are flowers and there are trees and there are bushes and the flowers are related and the bushes are related and the trees are related. No, the trees are not related to each other. We have trees that look very similar who come from vastly different evolutionary paths. But there are just so many built-in advantages to being a tree that plants trend towards becoming a tree if under the right circumstances, and they trend towards very similar adaptations. And so I think it's because we've seen it evolve separately so many times on Earth, it's completely valid to assume that on an alien planet there would also be trees, because the same forces would be at work. Or at least, if similar forces are at work, if there isn't something vastly different about the planet, it makes sense that they would be under the same forces and respond to the same, needs, and they would produce trees. And so I think that, like, crabs are really similar because we've seen crabs evolve separately so many times on Earth. It seems reasonable to guess that if we found life on another planet, there would be crabs because we've seen it happen so many times. So Ranith Cord points out that sort of similar, that the words mom and dad are often very similar in different languages, and that the languages don't appear to be related to each other, and yet they use very similar terms for mom and dad. So I've heard two different explanations for that. One is that actually all languages are connected, but they're connected so far back it's impossible to trace. So it's impossible to prove because, we got it, because you kind of like, you can piece together like Proto-Indo-European, but what about the language before Proto-Indo-European and the language before that and the language before that? We know so little about even that first layer that trying to reconstruct those languages going deeper into the past is just impossible and therefore unprovable. And so if there was a single unifying language, the only words that made it from that single unifying language are probably mom and dad, and maybe a couple of others, but that's it. Everything else diverged, and so you can't prove that it exists. And there's a very common thing, and I think this is a little bit of a fallacy. It's very common for people in like scientific or say scientific / sociological fields like history, to say, if I can't prove that a thing happened, that means that I've proven the thing didn't happen. And I don't think that's fair. Like, oftentimes people say, like, we don't have definitive documentation that a given person existed in real life. Like there are stories about them, but we can't prove they existed. There isn't anything that definitively proves they existed. Some people will take that and say, well, therefore I have proven that they did not exist. And you can't say that. You just don't know. There's uncertainty. So I think that, people sometimes say that we know that there is not a single original language. I don't think we actually know that. I think that it's possible that language, became a potential thing that humans could do, and then it arose in different places. That's entirely possible. But it also seems entirely possible that it did arise in one place and spread socially. But that it was so long ago, with so many generations since, we just can't possibly ever uncover it. And so it might not be very useful to talk about it being real, because what are we going to do about it? So I'm going to drop these guys off. But yeah, so one explanation is that they actually did come from an original language. But another explanation is that there's something sort of almost, not really onomatopoeic, but something about... Wait, did I just sell a neon dancer outfit? What? Why did I do that? Hold on. Do you have a buyback? I'm so sorry, but I need this. I am keeping that. We are keeping that outfit. Okay, anyway, let's sell. Oh, okay, selling our survey data. That's valuable. I mean, I'm not going to be using a lot of these. I don't know which ones I'm not going to be using. Let's sell these if we have to. And let's sell from the ship. This guy. Oh, wait. Did I want to sell that? Probably not. I just realized that I think I might have been saving that one. That was an advanced gun. Yeah, let's get that back. Let's sell different guns. So we will... Oh, I think that went into my inventory. So, okay, we've got a bunch of Equinoxes to sell, but I don't think we can sell them all here. So let's sell... Okay, Varun spacesuit. That's really valuable. Apparel. Let's pay more attention to the apparel this time. Okay, good. Notes. Oh, more survey data. And then whatever. Okay, we're almost out of money. Sell this grenade. And let's sell some amp, some snack crackers, some beef, and some heal paste. There we go. We took all their money. All right, all right.
Come back and see me sometime.
Let's go to the trade authority now. Can I sell some more stuff to you?
You have something for me? Always
Yes.
looking forward to something mutually beneficial.
All right, so let's sell. Okay, so I think I've sold everything from my pockets. Oh wait, MISC. Oh, I got a bunch of circuit boards. And then resources. I mean, I'm not really crafting a lot with this character. I could eventually decide that I want to modify weapons. So I'm going to keep the things that I think I need for weapons, but sell the things that I think I don't need for weapons. It's like metabolic agent, for instance. I don't think I need. Mag pressure tank. I might need mag pressure tank, but I'm selling it anyway. Membrane, I think, is mostly for food. Coolant, I'm not sure. Isocentered magnet, iridium, that's definitely for weapons. Com relay, I think that's for like helmets. Chlorine. Yeah, I don't think I need chlorine. I might need iridium. Beryllium, I might. Benzene, not sure. Argon, not sure. Antimicrobial, don't. Analgesic, don't. Amino acids, don't. Adhesive, do. Okay. And similarly... oh, right. Let's sell all the Equinoxes. Bunch of those. Let's sell these Inferno Mines. Let's sell just a random food. I'm carrying so many Pilsner cans around. Keep our ship parts. Sell our Soba multi-pack, superfood paste kit. Oh, I've got a bunch of these. I don't know why I have so many of those. Okay, we'll keep our ship parts, and then resources. Sell the comm relay, ornamental material. That's for spacesuits. Toxin, and we'll keep the zero wire. Okay, I've sold all the stuff that I want to sell.
All trades are restriction-free.
So I could sell more stuff if I need to, but let's see if we can now pay off our bounty. That's why I went the wrong direction. Where? Ah, hello everyone. Okay, let's see if we can pay off our bounty now. It is in the
credits, hit up the mission
Reckoner's Core. Is that where it is? Okay, that's the mission board. Mission board. Self-service bounty clearance. Before I mess something up, let's just quick save. And then 34,950 credits. Let's see. Pay a little bit more to clear the bounty. Yes! We see. Okay, we are free and clear now. And how much money do we have left? We've got 21,789 left, so we're actually doing okay. So now, well, we're done for now. Like this episode has been going for an hour and a half, so we're done. But next episode, I'm going to try to figure out if there is a better way for me to survive as a pirate. I'm probably going to save my game, try an experiment of like trying to go out and complete a piracy mission without killing anyone, or see if, you know, if I only kill the people I have to, will that keep my bounty low enough that I can pay it off with the proceeds? And we'll see if we can economically be a pirate. If not that, then maybe we'll try hunting down bounties. Maybe we'll become a privateer and go after criminals and have that be sort of our pirate-themed behavior that is not actually being a pirate. So the point of this series is to figure out if I can have a life as a space pirate in this game. And so far, I've been unsuccessful. But now that we're back at ground zero, we can go out there and try to figure out if there's a way to make this work. So Enigmal says, bounties are a source of free ships, credit, and loot. Yeah, so I should probably at least try those out at some point. I'm not sure where to get good bounty missions, because I know I can get, like, piracy missions at the Reckoner's Corps. I don't know where there's a good, like... Oh, we did talk to a bounty person, like a bounty hunter person at Sidonia, but do they have a bounty board there, or do I need to go somewhere else for it? I'm not sure. Okay. Time to stretch. So Coalition says bars have a computer for bounty missions. So if I go to bars, I should be able to find them there. Okay, good. Maybe that's where we'll head if I need to give that a try. Okay, but let's wrap up this episode. So there is a subscribe button and links to other videos. That next video that I'm going to do where we try to figure out how to have a real life as a space pirate, that's going to go there. So click that if it exists.